And we are live. Let's go. Yo, you know what's crazy? I was looking back on the recordings and stuff like of this, and it's weird because my levels are really low. Then the horn is really loud. Like, I think I felt like I blew my eardrums out last time. I did it. I need to learn balance. But before we start things off, how are you guys doing, Nikki, OMW?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. I'm excited for this episode. This is the Kodomomuke episode. Everyone talks about Pokemon. This is our opportunity to actually talk about Pokemon in this show. So,
yeah.
Excited. OMW, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I am ready to hurt some people's feelings today. Let's go. Let's go.
Wait, why are you hurting people's feelings?
Hurt some people's feelings about the kids anime?
About my opinions. I know I got some hot takes on this show. I'm here for it. For it. I'll bring some hot takes.
Got it. All right. And I know we have our winner on stage from the pre-show giveaway. We do kick things off with a pre-show giveaway for everyone on stream. So if you are in X Spaces, you can follow any of the handles that you see on the screen right now. If you're in X Spaces at 7:30, you can enter into the pre-show giveaway. But we do have a main show giveaway as well, too, for all of our listening audience that are part of the show. But before doing that, let's do a message from our affiliate partners, VV Digital Collectibles, and then we can get into the show. And we can get it into our pre-show winner. Are you guys ready?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. And a message in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey, what's up? My name is Emoji, and I'm here with Nikki G and OMW, and we're bringing you Anime After Hours. But before we do that, I want to give a brief shout out to our affiliates, VV Digital Collectibles. VV is the world's home of premium collectibles, comics, and artworks from brands that you love, like Viz Media, Marvel, Star Wars, Disney, and more. Take your collecting to the next level with VV Digital Collectibles, and check out the link in our description box below, or use the QR code that you see on the screen for $10 off your first purchase.
This is an interactive show and podcast recorded live in front of an online audience. Those in the crowd on X are welcome to join in on the conversation, but know that all conversations that take place during the show will be published across multiple platforms. With this being a live interactive show and podcast, please be mindful of your speech.
And now, let's get back to the show. Okay, we are back. What's up? So, before we kick things off, I did want to say what's up to our pre-show giveaway winner, Millie in the space.
Yay!
Shout out, Millie. What's good, bro? How's it going?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's going great. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I just want to say thank you for the early giveaway. And I want to remind people about something I didn't think about until last week. That, of course, Nikki is on YouTube. So if you want to tip her, you can go in there and do a super chat. So I ended up doing that last week. And I just want to remind people, because I think a lot of us just don't think about that. We're kind of Twitter people. But yeah, just, love this show. Thank you guys. And I can't wait to listen to this. And also, I know it's not part of the show, but just want to thank Emoji in a recorded space, because he put me on to, what's that show called? Edge Runner.
Edge Runner?
Yeah, and I really love it. And I'm not like a big anime fan, Nikki. I'm very, we call it noob in crypto, but like I'm new to it. So I have to learn a lot, and I'm going to slowly get into it, because I really do like some of the picks that these guys have sent me. Thank you.
Oh, let's go.
Yay!
Are you going to play the game with it too?
Probably not. I don't game. I have an addictive personality, so I have to be careful with what I do, because I might not do if I pick up a game. But I will say this. I'm very glad I won. Thank you once again. But I was ready to fight if I didn't win, because I looked at a lot of the other comments and they forgot to put Ultraman Day.
I was gonna check. I was gonna check. I remembered. I was gonna check.
By the time they did it, they were late, so I do appreciate it. But yeah, that's it. Just thank you guys.
No worries, bro. But yeah, appreciate you for coming in and being here.
I'm done. You know this guy doesn't know when you put your hand up.
No, I know. I see it. I was about to transfer. Sometimes I don't. On PC does be glitching, but this time I did.
All right.
But
see you guys later.
Appreciate that.
No, O'Malley, the question's for you. Don't leave.
Oh, my bad.
What? Okay, so what caught your eye about Edge Runners, Cyberpunk?
I guess it's kind of like, and does this count as an anime? Maybe not really. Invincible.
Yes, I will deem Invincible an anime.
Maybe not
like
so long.
Boondocks. No, it's not. It's an anime like Boondocks, bro. We'll classify it.
No, it's
hey, brother, are you listening to what I'm saying?
Don't be a maxi. If that's my way in, let me just slowly get into it. But anyways,
yes, enjoy your way in. You know what? Next week's episode is going to be about the same topic. Next week's episode.
Okay, perfect. I loved Invincible, so thank you. I think Mahalo put me onto that one. So this was kind of like that to me. It's a bit even more on the anime side, I think, for this one. So I felt more coming into your guys' world, but it wasn't like a shock to the system because I don't watch any of them, right? So I think these are good starters for a person like me. I do like the lack of a better word, the edgy stuff. I like the violence in it was pretty dope. Of course, the graphics, I know that's part of the reason you guys watch it. The graphics were insane for this. Everything was really on point. And so far, the story actually kept me interested, which is cool. Now, for people to understand, I usually only watch like mystery, thriller type things. So it really has nothing to do with any like animated stuff. So for me to start liking this stuff, it's pretty dope. I'm very, very picky.
Okay, I feel you. Well, I'm glad. I'm
amazing. Thank you.
Just to clarify, the screenplay, the director, and the production company, the people that animated it, all Japanese. So Cyberpunk Edge Runners is an anime, 100%. It's not.
Thank you, Nikki.
Yep. So technically, it's your first anime. Congratulations.
And I got shout out to my guy. I have a friend named Kyle, and we were like 12 or something, a long time ago. He tried to put me into anime. I didn't even realize I was anime back then, but it was football, a soccer show, Giants, I think, something. I barely watched it, but I think I'm glad to finally say yes, I'm watching something, and I'm actually going to finish it. I have a couple episodes and I'll be done. So thank you guys for your amazing show. It really does work.
I'm glad you dove in, bro. It's a dope show, and it accompanies a game. It's one of those situations where you have an anime that was built off of a game, but like the anime ended up being really good. And I mean, the game is phenomenal. Now it is. When it came out, it was broken, but now it's a phenomenal game. So if you ever
it broke for like a year and a half, bro, it was crazy.
If you ever do try diving into gaming, Cyberpunk is definitely one to dive into. I want to say what's up to the chat real quick. We got Flexi in the chat. He said, "Let's go." Shout out to you. We got 4.1K on the live stream. Let's go. And I want to wait. Omdub has his hand up, so let's jump over there. And
I don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay, my thing is just glitching. All right. Got it. All right. So do you want me to go over the rules for the main show anime, and then we can get into the Kodomomuke discussions? Unless you guys want to say anything else before I go into that. Nope. We're good?
No, I think we're ready to go.
Okay. All right. Welcome everyone to the show. My name is Emoji. This is Anime After Hours, here with my co-hosts Nikki G and OMW. For those that were here early, we do have a pre-show 7:30 where we do have a giveaway courtesy of our partners VV Digital Collectibles. But there is more. That is not the only giveaway for this evening. We do have a main show giveaway. Now, if you cast your eyes to the top of the X space, and yes, you have to be in the X space in order to participate in the giveaway. I will throw our handles again on the visuals. Follow any one of us, go into the space that we're in, and boom, you're there. Now, back to the topic at hand. If you go to the top of the X space, you will see OMW has graciously put a hidden door challenge that you guys as the audience will choose what hidden door we will go into. By the end of the night, it will be based off of your selection. Hidden door number 1, hidden door number 2, or hidden door number 3. And if you are looking at the visuals, it is broken right now. It's spinning. So we will go off of that screen real quick, but trust me, there are doors there. And if you go to the top, you will find them. All right. So what do those doors mean? They are the different ways that the winner can be chosen for the giveaway tonight. The first way you could win the giveaway for tonight is by liking and reposting the X space that you are in right now. Like and repost the X space. That is one of the ways of winning. The second way is to like and repost the live stream. That is also pinned to the top. That is the visual element on X. Liking and reposting the live stream is another way that you can win the giveaway. The third way is in the same fashion that the pre-show giveaway happened. In the comment section of the live stream, tag 3 people and throw a gif of your favorite anime. Should we still do one of them being Sean, Christopher Sean? Should we keep that? What do you think, Ondo?
I think it's a great idea. I don't see why not.
Okay. All right. In the live stream, tag 3 people, one of them being Christopher Sean. If you need his handle, that is also pinned to the top. He is the voice of Ultraman that Vivi posted just a few days ago. Tag 3 people, one being Christopher Sean. Hashtag Ultraman Day and throw a gif of either your favorite anime or throw an Ultraman gif, whichever floats your boat. If it is the comment section, that is the methodology of winning the giveaway today, then that means that you can have the more comments you have, the more entries you have, which equals more likelihood you have of winning. So these are things that you can do throughout the duration of the show to increase your odds. At the end of the show, we will find out what method you guys chose to win, and it will be one of those 3, and we will call the giveaway based off of that. If anyone has questions, you can also feel free to send up a request, but I think that covered all the bases, right? So we are talking Kodomomuke. And for those that don't know, we are talking anime that many people were introduced to, right? Because this is the anime that was specifically targeted for children, right? So, we talk all the time Pokemon, right? And Nikki, I know you're a huge fan of Digimon, which
is true.
I was looking forward to this conversation because I didn't really watch Digimon like that. I watched a few episodes, but I know. But I didn't watch it like that. And, it's funny because because you put it on such a high, pedestal, it makes me kind of like maybe I need to check it out, Another one in that category is Doraemon. I wanted to ask you a question because I saw this in the category, but I always thought it was in the magical girl genre. But Cardcaptor Sakura, is that shoujo or is that Kodomomuke?
I would not put the Japanese version into Kodomomuke because there's a few things in there that are a bit mature, but definitely the English dub version took all of those things out. But I would definitely keep that in shoujo rather than Kodomomuke. Yeah.
Got it. All right. So we have a lot to discuss, right? And like I said, this is something that, a lot of people are introduced to, especially if it's young children. And, I mean, I don't know. Did you want to, since I am a noob when it comes to Digimon, right? And I know that that's something that was, you're a huge fan of. And I'm sure we'll get into the Pokemon discussion, as the night progresses. But let's kick things off with Digimon, right? That show for you, why do you have such an affinity for it? Like, why do you have such a love for it, just personally?
It's so hard. I don't. So when I used to, I think it was on ABC Family when I watched it when I was a kid. I'd wake up every morning and they would be playing, the cartoon and everything, and that kind of stuck with me. And then as I got older, what I do like about, even though the Digimon anime is most of them are Kodomomuke, they the first series, Digimon Adventure, which came out, the late 90s, early 2000s, they actually made a bunch of sequel movies where the characters grew up. And I think that kind of thought got me back into the show. And generally, I just kind of like, I like how, the Digimon are not like animals. They have animal-like features and things like that, but they have sentience. They talk. They become good friends. They're not pets. Like Pokemon, I would put as like pets. Like things that they're animals that you capture and train. You still train the Digimon, but they're like but you can also talk to them, and I think that friendship and that growth and how much power that they go through, it just makes me very emotional. So like every time they digivolve, I cry.
But with Digimon, when they go back to their normal, like from what I remember.
Yeah. Yes. So it's not. So yeah. So when Pokemon evolve, they stay as they are. But when Digimon evolve, it's like a power boost, and then they go back to what usually their rookie forms. Which so Digimon have a bunch of forms. It's like baby, rookie, then it's champion, ultimate, mega. And so they usually go back to their rookie form because that's the cute one that you can carry around and make a bunch of toys out of. But yeah, so they go back. They don't stay as their big, super strong thing.
Got it. OMW, did you watch any Digimon or not?
Yeah, definitely. Season 1 Digimon was, right around that time frame of 4Kids TV. So I was definitely watching some Digimon around that, maybe like season 1, beginning of season 2, maybe all of season 2. I can't recall what happened. I do remember some clips though.
I feel you. Yeah, I same thing. I've watched a few episodes of it. I always liked the I don't know what it was called, but it was like the lizard one because it reminded me of Charizard. Once again, this is my
orange
Agumon. It's Agumon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that was the one that I was like, oh, this is like Charizard. But yeah, I never got into it. But it's funny because the person that did the Digimon movie, didn't he do dang, what did he do? Because he did a movie that I really, really love. Was it Your Name? Or was it
I'm not sure. I'll look up. Hold on.
Momura Ahsoka or so, or whatever. It was one of those. I think it was either the same person that did Your Name or the same person that did like Boy and the Beast and Wolf Children and stuff like that. But it was someone that I really liked them as a director. And that was one thing that made me was like, maybe I should check out this Digimon movie.
Wolf Children.
Okay, so yeah,
and The Boy and the Beast.
Got it. Yeah. So Girl Who Left Through Time and Summer Wars as well. Like, so yeah, I love him as a director. I love how he connects like relationships, or he tells stories that involve relationships. And yeah, I knew that he did the Digimon movie, and I was like, maybe I should check this out because I like everything else he does. But yeah, okay. Once again, for everyone in the audience too, this is an open discussion. This is a interactive podcast. So if anyone wants to come on stage and weigh in on, anime that they grew up with, anime that they fell in love with, we're focusing on Kodomomuke, so stuff that was for children or part of your childhood. Pokemon is another huge example. Hold on, I gotta throw up a Pokemon Yippee. There we go.
Yay!
Pokemon.
Beyblade was another good one.
Beyblade
Okay.
is also, and it also counts.
Yes. So actually, let's do this because I feel like Pokemon is going to be the given, right? So let's go into some of this other stuff. So Dub, you watched a lot of Beyblade?
Not a lot, but it was a big thing during that time. So like I was more into Yu-Gi-Oh during that time.
Okay.
And that kept my attention. Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon. And then it transitioned to collecting because like Beyblades were cool, but I'd rather battle than watch them battle, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I remember the Beyblade wave. I never collected any of those like spinning tops and stuff like that, but Yu-Gi-Oh 100%.
You never collected Beyblades?
No, I didn't. I mean, a lot of people did, but I just personally didn't.
Man.
But I was into Yu-Gi-Oh cards, but Yu-Gi-Oh, I believe, is shonen. I think.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh definitely is too dark to be Kodomomuke.
Yeah.
Kodomomuke, yeah.
Although it's weird, and maybe we could touch on this too. It's weird because our exposure, right? Our exposure was a lot of the stuff that was brought over here, which was changed a lot, right?
Yes.
So even I know like actual Yu-Gi-Oh was way darker, right? Like especially if you're watching the sub, even just the things that was taken out. But when I think about this show, like that we got,
yeah. It's for kids, obviously.
Yeah. So it's a weird like little blurred line, right? It's for
in the same vein as Card Captors for sure. Mm. The original was for young. I'm not saying it's for like younger girls, young teenage girls, but the one brought over here was definitely for little kids.
Got it. Yeah. So
one was crazy. So. I was just like looking into this, right? And one of the Kodomomukes that they deem to be is Shin-chan, and that is not. I don't believe that's a kid show.
Yeah, I saw that on there too, and I was confused. I was like, "Is it?" Because I remember that being on Adult Swim and being pretty dirty, and him running around no pants on
all the time. Like this crazy show. How'd that make it on the list?
that one confused me. Yeah.
Oh man. You know which one was one that I did actually watch a lot of. Hamtaro. I actually watched a lot, and shout out Hamtaro because I have him here in the corner.
Yay!
But yeah, I actually watched a lot of Hamtaro, and it was weird because when I watched Hamtaro, I wasn't young. But it came on Cartoon Network, and it was just like a cute show. Like I don't know, there was something about it. Like I just really liked it. It was a cute show. Like so, I did watch a lot of Hamtaro. I haven't watched a lot of Doraemon, but I know Doraemon is huge.
Yeah, it's big in Japan. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you guys?
I've never seen it, but I read enough manga where he has been mentioned, and it's like, well, there he is again.
He feels like the Mickey Mouse of Japan.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah. And then of course, the one that is probably one of the most recognizable IPs, Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
All right. So experiences going into, and this is interesting because this was I feel like was an IP that ultimately changed a lot. It changed a lot as far as introduction to anime to the West. It was a global phenomenon, right? And we touched on this on the show too. It was a global phenomenon, and it hit the US kind of like nothing I've ever seen before, right? And to this day, Pokemon is still a very established brand, huge IP. As far as that, how did you guys kind of like, how was that experience for you? Like, how did you pick it up? How did you, was it something that you immediately liked? Was it something that you even kind of like, even still like to this day? Or like, how was your experience with that kind of just impact?
I guess I'll go first.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember them kids talking about it when I was about 9 or 10 years old. But my real first experience was Sorry. I heard somebody. I thought somebody in my house called my name. My first real experience was I had a neighbor across the street that had a Game Boy Color, and I was or a Game Boy, and they had Pokemon Blue. And whenever I would go over to their house, it was an older brother. I was friends with the younger sisters, but he would let me play with the Game Boy. And I was like, this game is really fun. Oh my gosh, I want a Game Boy too. And then my grandpa got me Crystal for my birthday. And I was obsessed with it. And I think that kind of really got me started on Pokemon. I watched the movies, but I wasn't a huge fan of the anime, mostly because I hated how Ash never used type advantages, and it drove me crazy.
That, you know what?
But I mean, you go.
No, I was just gonna say that's funny because playing the game, you realize how much Ash like sucked as a trainer.
Yeah.
Which was always funny.
And I remember my boyfriend, he really got into Scarlet and Violet, but then Ash lost. And people were so angry when Ash lost. Not Scarlet and Violet. Oh shit, what was it called? What was it? X and Y. It was X and Y with Greninja. When, he had like Ash Greninja and everything. And it really seemed like this was going to be the one that he was going to win. And then he lost anyway. Oh, man. And he was like, I'm not watching these anymore.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I kind of fell off after season 1. I will say the season 1, the Indigo League, was amazing. I still like that to this day,
which isn't even in the games.
See, Indigo, yeah, that's Red and Blue. What do you?
Indigo. I'm sorry, I was thinking of the Orange Isles that came after. Yeah, those are not in the games.
They are not. I actually didn't like those because I didn't like that they replaced Brock. Because I actually like Brock, but or maybe maybe it was just because I was used to Brock and I was like, who's this rando? But
yeah. What's his name?
See, we don't even remember.
I can see him with his stupid green shirt and the red headband or something.
Yeah. But yeah, so for the show, like Indigo was kind of like, and then after that, I started falling off. But the games I played for quite some time. But before I go into that, let me jump over to OMW because I'm sure OMW has an experience as well with. Actually, before we do that, let me just jump to the chat real quick. Shout out FlexiCat. He said Doraemon is the GOAT. He's a robot sent from the future to help grandfather become successful in life. Yes, I mean Doraemon is. Everyone knows what that is. Like that is the thing. That is it. So I just haven't watched it because it's like before my time as a kid. But I mean, yeah, everyone tells me like, oh, Doraemon, and I see Doraemon everywhere. But yes, definitely, I should actually watch a few episodes just to kind of familiarize myself. But OMW, Pokemon. Your experiences with Pokemon, how was that like for you? And once again, for everyone in the audience, this is an interactive discussion. So if anyone wants to come up, we're talking Kodomomuke, we were talking about anime for children, Pokemon being a huge one. But if you have one that you would like to talk about or highlight or just share your own experiences, feel free to do so. This is an interactive podcast. Flexi said he grew up with it in the 80s. Okay, cool. Owned up. All right, well, what's good?
Yeah, so Pokemon has been a pretty long journey for me personally. Man, from the first like Pokemon movie, that it came out like before I was 10. So it was really capturing at that age and seeing it on the big screen, and then, going home and having a red version to play with my brother, and seeing how far he went with his Pokemon collecting journey, and my Pokemon collecting journey from the movie to the game to then watching the TV show every day before and after school, getting the cards in the late 90s, early 2000s with my family and ripping packs with my brother. Like, it was just dope going to school and trading cards with all of my friends. So I was very, very in tuned with the show for the first for the first season. Definitely Indigo League all the way to Johto. I'd say, like, I don't know when it stopped, but maybe like around the legendary dogs, around like Entei, Articuno, and
that was the third movie.
So like,
yeah,
maybe one movie after that. That's when I stopped watching the shows.
The Celebi movie, I think, was the fourth one.
Yeah, Celebi movie was so good, man. Shout out Professor Oak, man. Shout out Professor Oak. Just
actually, his voice actor just passed away, so rest in peace.
Oh man.
R.I.P. Professor Oak, man. R.I.P. Professor Oak. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so many memories of Pokemon collecting and enjoyment. So GG to anyone who is in their 30s, in their late 20s, early 40s, who was able to experience this time.
Yeah, and I think Misty's voice actress too.
Yeah, I think she also did. Yeah.
But yeah, Pokemon. All right, before I do this, I want to just send a reminder out for everyone in the... Oh, shout out Acro. What's good, Acro? How you been?
Yay!
I want to give a reminder to everyone here in the space. We are running a giveaway courtesy of VV Digital Collectibles. The rules for it: first, at the top of the screen, you will see hidden doors. Hidden door number 1, hidden door number 2, and hidden door number 3. You guys in the audience will choose which door we go through. So at the top, cast your vote. At the end, we'll find out which door you chose in the audience. Each of those doors represents a different way that we will decide the winner for tonight's giveaway. There's 3 different possibilities. The first possibility is by liking and reposting the space, the X space. The second possibility is by liking and reposting the live stream. The live stream is also pinned to the top of the space. The third possibility is in the comments of the live stream, tag 3 people. One of them, let's have Christopher, Sean, and hashtag Ultraman Day, and throw a gift for your favorite anime. Now, I'm not going to be too strict on that because honestly, I don't want to go and verify all of that. But you do have to do the comments in that thing, because if you don't, then you won't be entered in. The interesting thing about that is the more comments you have is the more likelihood you have of winning. So the more you spam comments in there, the more chances you have. I would say still do what I said, because if you want him to pop up, then tell him to come through. So it's up to you. But those are the different ways, and we will decide how to win at the end of the space. Now, if there is a tie, I'm probably going to choose the one with the least engagement, just to help out the people that were more attentive. All right, so Pokemon. It's so funny because this, like, yes, I did watch the anime, and the anime for that first season I was locked in. I feel like that first season for me was my favorite show at the time, right? But the game, that is what did it. And it was so weird because I remember, when Red and Blue came out and I was watching other people play it, and I was like, this looks boring. Because one thing, like, you're not actually fighting them, right? Like, it's not like Street Fighter. It's not like that. It's like you choose a command and then it does it. And you're like, okay.
Introduction to turn-based battles.
Exactly. That and Final Fantasy, right? My introduction to turn-based. So I got it, and I was just like, let me see what the commotion is about, and I was locked in. Like, I was like, I've never played anything like this. Like, yes, I'm not actually like moving them or fighting them and stuff like that, but the story, I like the progress, being able to level them up. It made you feel like they were actually your pets.
Yeah.
And I think that was the thing that it captured. It made you like, that saying, gotta catch them all, which was an American saying, right? But gotta catch them all, right? It made you feel that way. And the show kind of like the attachment you saw with Ash, you saw him crying in like the ice with all his Pokemon huddled around him, and his, breakdown when he let Butterfree free. But like, you were seeing this attachment, and you were, kind of like watching this show and going on your own journey at the same time, right? Did any of you guys feel that way? Like you were watching the show and then you would turn the show off and you would turn on the game, and now you felt like you were in the show yourself and you were your own.
Yes, bro. Yes, 100%, dude. And then like when you were able to like rip a pack and collect your collection that you had in the game as a card, it was crazy. It was crazy. Like that time in life was like so good. So good.
For sure. And I think that was one of the biggest things, right? You had so many things surrounded around this IP that made you connect, And for me, like I said, I kind of fell off the show after the first season. After with the orange things, I was like, I'm not really into this. I know it picked up with the Johto and stuff like that, but by that time I was already locked into the games. So, Gold and Silver, Johto region, my favorite region, right? I like that they incorporated both Johto and Indigo in both games. Like it's a massive game. I was shocked by that. I beat the game and I was like, oh, I beat the game. And I was like, wait, what? I have to go and get 8 more badges back to Indigo. And I was like, this is so awesome.
Then you got to go on top of a mountain and fight Red.
Fight Red, yeah. And it's like, and for those that don't know, Red is the manga version of Ash, pretty much, like more or less. But like, you fight Red. So now I feel like I'm fighting Ash, kind of, in a way. Kind of.
If Ash won battles, sure.
Yeah, if Ash was actually a good Pokemon trainer. But
I did like how they put Ash in there though. Like that was a very nice touch, right?
Yeah.
That many people might not know until further down the line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so you're playing this, you feel like you're in it, you're connecting with these Pokemon and stuff like that. And I did that. I played I played every generation. So Sapphire and Ruby was next, right? After and Crystal, obviously. Gold, Silver, Crystal. But so I'm playing it, and then I get hit with the for those, they introduced a mechanic. They introduced a mechanic later, and I think it started in the Sapphire and Ruby games. But it was these underlying attributes to the Pokemon which made them more unique and could make them stronger depending on how you train them. And there was one was how it was bred, the parents of the Pokemon, right? So there was a whole thing in breeding to kind of like make your Pokemon stronger. And then also too, who you battled the Pokemon against, right? Because that
IVs, EVs, natures.
Yes, and your natures, right? So once that mechanic was introduced into the game became a whole different level of just competitive nature, like competition. And that made me even more interested in the game, because now you're playing ultimately chess with these Pokemon. It became a very complex game of just how to get the best Pokemon and strategize.
So basically, if I remember right, you have your Pokemon, and this is old. They don't do this anymore. They made it a lot easier. But you'd have a certain set of Pokemon that you would fight that would give certain points to your IVs or your EVs.
EVs were for battles. IVs were for breeding.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, same principle. You want to try to get up those certain things to make your Pokemon as strong as it can be, so you can go play competitively.
Yeah. And a lot of times the competitive scene was 2v2, but to balance it out. But like that to me, and the crazy thing about it is when that mechanic first came out, there was no way for you to know, like from the actual game, what your EV and IV score was, because they didn't show it. Like you said, they made it simpler now in the newer games, but they didn't show it to you back then. Those were like hidden points where you could only find out if you had like a Game Shark or something, where you could hack the system and then like find out what your score. But even then, I think I think some of it wasn't, I don't know. It was like, but I remember I had to, you know, make sure I was right with my math going in and do it that way to, you know, make sure the levels were right. But long story short, I mean, that to me introduced a layer in that game that now appealed to an older audience. And one reason why I think Pokemon has kind of kept its appeal is because, yes, it is for kids, but there's layers to it that a kid wouldn't understand, right? Or a kid wouldn't really dive into.
At first, they'd have to grow. They wanted to grow into it, basically. And the core of everything about Pokemon, at the core of it, is for kids. The merchandise, the games, the anime, the movies, they're all aimed at children. But because they have those things in the games, because they know that the games are going to be played by older people too, that helps sell it to older people. But they're still making the most of their money from children, which is their target audience.
100%. But you know what? That's what I feel is kind of like genius about that, because it's something that it's one of the things that I feel traveled with me for the longest period of time, like something that I had as a kid and still had an attachment even getting older in life, because I felt that there were changes made in it that would you know, that made me think more like as an adult, or made me kind of like it evolved, a pun of words, but it evolved with me as I was growing older. And there were certain levels of strategy that, you know.
And then, like, you could say devil's advocate, like, it did evolve, but then it like de-evolved because it got a lot easier.
That is true. The core gameplay did. And that is a whole other discussion. With how the games are being put out now and the whole Power World dilemma. But positive side. Yeah. So it's interesting. It is interesting. And I know that I didn't play the new, well, I have it. I started it, the new one. You said Scarlet and Violet, right? Those are the yeah. So I have it and I started it, but I didn't get to finish it. Just because different things took me out of it. But I do see someone on stage. So
we did get Dubes himself.
We got Dubes in the building on stage. So let me jump over to Dubes real quick. Dubes, what's good? How you doing, bro?
Yo, what up, Emoji? On my way. Nikki, how you guys doing?
Good.
What's up, Dubes? Good to have you.
Doing well, thank you.
I came up when you guys were talking about EVs, IVs. Just to give you some knowledge, I'm on my way. Emoji, my fault. It's been a long day. You could talk to an old man in like some town, and he would like give you some words that would tell you what the like. It would equate to like something like he would say like it's flawless if it's perfect, for example. But I don't know what he would say.
Yes.
It was, like bad.
Okay, I remember now.
And then they also had them in at the end of the Pokemon League. There's also a stat guy there too.
Yes, you are right, and 100%. It was vague, right? So it was weird. Like now you know the actual number. Like
now you know everything. You can go to like a training center, like look into them. I don't know. It's kind of crazy how easy it is now. Like Nikki said, kind of kills it for me. Like,
let me ask you, do you prefer it that way? Because I don't. The other way was like, the other way was super vague, bro. He would be like. He was like, yeah, it's good, or yeah, it's like super good. And I'm like, what does that mean? Though? Like,
it was like anti min maxing almost, because like nobody knew nobody knew it, right? Games nowadays just get min maxed. It is what it is. Like that, gamers have just evolved beyond just playing a game, you know?
Yeah.
We have to have our handheld the whole time and have yellow tape in front of us, or else we can't do anything.
I don't like that, Nikki. Like it's so sad. But then when you go back and you play those like old games, like I went back and played Classic WoW when it came out. It's rough. Like it's really, really rough. Like you're like, damn, I forgot. Like I don't have any like quest markers on the map. I just gotta go find stuff, like just go explore and hope that I stumble upon.
Yeah, right. You just have to pray.
Yeah.
Where's the yellow tape? I don't know what to do.
I mean,
But I blame that, like why I went back and I was like, damn, this is like actually kind of tricky. Like because our hands have been held, like as gaming has evolved, I feel like we all got like
Missed.
yeah. Dupes, funny you say that, right? So like, and I think that's one of the biggest gripes with the Pokemon games right now is they're very simple. I mean, I think the only degree of some level of difficulty that you can do is you could turn off the ability
Switching.
with switching. Yeah, you know, with the ability to, you know, choose your new Pokemon with the switch, which kind of makes it a little bit more like if you're actually having a battle. But for Pokemon, the competitive nature is when you're actually playing PvP. That's when you're going to
100%. And if you want to make the story mode hard, like do a Nuzlocke, do like, you know, just like make up a challenge for yourself. Like, you know what Nuzlocks are?
Yeah. I do want to say, going back to it, I do think, right, because I remember the early, you know, going through Elite Four and stuff like that, and actually like having to go through them a few times to level up my Pokemon to beat them. I'm talking about like early, like Red Blue days.
We had no clue what we were doing in those games, bro. Like, I swear I had a level 100 before I even went to fight the Elite Four. Like, I was just lost.
And then, you know what I started doing afterward? I started, because I was like, all right, now I want to have like a top tier group. So I was like, if you're in my party, I have to be able to solo the Elite Four with just you. And that was like the criteria.
That's a nice challenge.
It was.
So all of your Pokemon were level 100 is what I'm getting at here.
Well, yeah, it was level 100, but I still had to solo. Like, I only took one Pokemon with me, and I had to beat all the Elite Four plus the champion with that Pokemon. You could use like potions? No potions, no nothing. Oh, the biggest issue was you
just had to one-shot everything and outspeed the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. It was PP, like running out of moves. That was the biggest issue. But yeah, when I was doing that, I was kind of like, I think this game is too easy.
Well, it's easy when you over level 100%.
Yeah.
But if you go at it like Nuzlocke rules and like match their trainers like champion Pokemon,
then you're more out of
it's tough.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it is interesting, but it's funny. Okay, so Dubes, you were into as far as the competitive nature with the EVs and IV training and stuff like that. Did you know about that like out the gate, like originally? Because I honestly
found out about it in Emerald. Because Emerald was probably that's when I like really, really got into Pokemon. Like the other ones, I was into it, but I was too young. Like I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was Black and White.
Black and White was a really good one too. I found out about it during Diamond and Pearl. That's when I found out about it, and I was like, this existed? What?
Yeah, I don't know if it was in Ruby and Sapphire, but in Emerald there was like a thing at the end of the game called the Battle Tower, I think.
Yes.
There was like a lot of.
I remember Battle Tower. I think it was in there. I think it was in Emerald.
Yeah, no, it was in Emerald for sure. I don't know about Sapphire and Ruby though. But yeah, like that's where I learned a lot about battling. Just going to that like island or whatever it was.
And that was online, right? Wasn't that you're playing against
you could. Yeah, you could.
Okay. Yeah.
It was like the first introduction to like online play without just like linking up with your buddy or something.
Yeah.
Battle points and getting bottle caps and all those things.
And that's when like a lot of items were into it too. Like
all the really good ones that you really wanted.
Yeah. Emerald was game changer. Emerald was so good.
Yeah, it's funny. Like I had Emerald, but I don't think I ran through Emerald because I already had all my Pokemon in Sapphire, and I was like, I'm not gonna do this again. But yeah, there was a lot of new things, and that's why I think I was introduced to it in Diamond and Pearl, because I believe Diamond and Pearl was the next thing that came out.
Yeah, that's
afterward.
Gen 4.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, and then
you
like
also called Gen 1. I forget what you called it, but it's Kanto, not whatever you called it. You called it like the
Indigo League?
Elite Four name. Yeah, there you are.
Oh yeah. No, I was talking about the season, the anime. The anime, I think that's called the Indigo League, for season 1.
Right.
But yeah, and Cerebi.net became like my best friend after
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use that one a lot too.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean that taught me as far as a lot when I think Pokemon, as far as with layers, right? Like Pokemon was one of the things that taught me a lot as far as just understanding like the meta behind a game and, understanding, the nuances to actually play, competitively or even stand a chance competitively and things like that, which is something that carried over a lot. And like transitioning on to other games, right? Because from there, I dived into like Final Fantasy and other like RPGs and stuff like that. But that was the thing that first started, for me, that love for, role-playing games. And I do like that it became more complex as the years went on, like even to this day, if you play the base game is easy, but if you play Pokemon competitively, that is actually very challenging.
I think the best way to put it is like at like a surface level, it's a children's game, but like once you dive into it, like it becomes way too complex for a child to play.
Yeah.
Like it's just Pokemon just is such a killer game, man. That's why they're still.
It just depends on how hard you want to try for the game, right?
100%. Exactly.
Yeah.
You could be a casual and you can just run through it and just stomp everybody with a level 100, or you could
and have a blast.
Yeah, exactly. You'll have the time of your life.
Yeah, for sure. Dubes, I have a question.
I have a question for you.
Wait, you do? Really?
Actually, for all of you, yeah.
Oh, okay. Actually, you ask your question first, and then I'll ask mine.
What starter did you pick?
Pokemon starter?
Yeah.
Do you guys want me to go first, or you guys want to go first?
You can go your favorite gen or Gen 1.
I'm consistent, bro. I pick the same.
You always pick the same type?
I always,
no matter what?
Yes. I always pick the same.
There's some that I gotta pass.
I always pick the same type, and that's fire. I always pick fire type.
Okay, so you're like Charizard, Explosion, all that Torchic. Yeah.
But I actually really like going back to the fire type starters. I think like out of all of them, I like Charizard. I like and like Infernape is probably my favorite one.
Infernape's sick. He's a very sick design, like very cool idea.
Well, even just his moveset and stuff like competitively, I like Infernape. He has
fire fighting.
I think he has some other stuff outside of fighting too, like fire. Like
no, that's his typing.
His typing is firefighting, yeah.
Yeah, firefighting. But he because of that, he has some moves that's very balanced. I have to look and see what my Infernape has, but I have him actually as I think him and Charizard are probably the only ones that I actually use competitively that I can think of.
Yeah, Typhlosion is not too good competitively. So.
Yeah. But what about you guys?
Yeah, I was also a Charmander person, to start off in these first 3 games. And then as I went along, it did go to Cyndaquil.
I did like Typhlosion. I did like him. I like the design of it too. But Nikki, what about you?
I'm trying to remember. Probably for blue, it was I think it was Squirtle, and then when I started Crystal, it was Feraligatr.
Okay.
So I like the water types.
So water, pretty much.
Yeah, but for starters. But my favorite Pokemon ever in the whole world ever is Luxray. I love Luxray.
He's very dope design. Honestly, my favorite. I wish it was a better Pokemon because it.
You know what? I use it. I don't know if it's in the game. I'm going to use it because when I played Diamond for the first time, I caught a Luxray and she basically just destroyed everything. So I always name my Luxray Sheena. and I and I always use a Luxray no matter what.
Oh.
I mean, I don't play competitively, so it doesn't really matter. But I always have a Luxray if it's in the game.
You know what's funny? My favorite my favorite starter Pokemon is a Pokemon that you can't choose as a starter. Yeah, no, you can't choose it as a starter, but it's technically a starter Pokemon.
Pikachu?
No, you can choose in the yellow version. You can choose Pikachu.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Eevee. Eevee's my favorite starter Pokemon. Because it evolves.
Well, unless you played Let's Go Eevee, then you could choose it as a starter.
That is true. If you had
Let's Go Eevee, I used it as a starter.
But you can't evolve it, right?
No.
Yeah, so no, I don't want it to stay Eevee. That's the issue. Because my favorite Pokemon is Jolteon. So that's why
electric types.
Yeah.
I had a Jolteon on my team, like back in the day, and he was so good. Oh,
you get a timid nature Jolteon.
Yeah.
That thing, there's nothing faster. I'm winning speed for everything. But
faster and you one shot mainly like anything.
Yeah. And Jolteon knows like Shadow Ball and like some why do you know this move? But all right.
I think what I ran on mine was Thunderbolt, Shadow Ball. What else? Had like a paralyzed move. I forget what it's called. Thunder Wave.
Probably.
And then Quick Attack.
Yeah.
Those little.
And then you give it like a balloon, so then it floats. So you try and use ground. So you have the first move. Jolteon was a beast. But what about you, dudes? What about you for starter?
I'm a Squirtle guy.
Okay.
Squirtle Squad. Let's go. But I
bro, the Squirtle Squad was so fire, bro. I can't even get over it, bro.
I never like stuck to typing like you guys. Like Gen 1 was Blastoise, Gen 2 was Typhlosion, and Gen 3 was Trico Sceptile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I used Snivy in Black and White.
Snivy.
I like Snivy. I usually, when I got older, I'm very weird. Okay. I like all of my Pokemon to be girls. So
you restart it over and over again until you get a girl?
Yes, I absolutely restart my game over and over until I get a female Pokemon. That is not a lie. And it's really hard. I don't have the patience to do it for shinies, man. I just do not.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to try for a girl than it is to try for a shiny.
True. What were you gonna say, Dukes?
I forget. I'm all over the place.
No. Come on. No worries. OMW, how are we doing on the doors for the giveaways?
We have a tie.
Oh, snap. Tie between what?
Door 1 and door 3.
Okay, which did you send the interpretation? Or do we have an interpretation yet? Or should I roll? Should we roll?
We're gonna use
I gotta go to YouTube or something. What did I gotta do again?
Okay, so I'll do the rules again while we figure out which door we're gonna choose. But there's 3 different ways to win the giveaway. One way is by liking and reposting the X space. Another way is by liking and reposting the live stream, which is pinned to the top of the X space. The third way is in the comment section of the live stream, leaving a comment. We were saying to try and, if we could bring Christopher Sean in here to tag him and, whatever. So if you want to do that, feel free to do that. But honestly, just leaving a comment in the live stream. Now, the more comments that you have in the live stream, the same way with the pre-show giveaway, are more entries. So if that is the way that is chosen by the hidden doors, then the more times you comment in the live stream, the more entries that you have, the more likelihood you have of winning. Those are 3 different ways that you can win: liking and reposting the space, liking and reposting the live stream, or commenting in the live stream. Now, if you want to make sure that you're covered across all 3 bases, I would say do all 3. Do you have to do all 3? No, you don't. But if we choose the method that you did not enter into, then you are not entering into the giveaway. So if you want to make sure everything is covered, I would suggest doing all 3. Now, we do have a tie. So what that means is we are going to go with the one with the least engagement. We want to reward the people that pay attention and also give, the people that pay attention a better shot of winning. So the only thing that we have to figure out are what are the, okay, all right, there we go. So OMW got me on that. I see. So you said it was, what were the 2 doors?
Door number 1 and door number 3.
Door number 1 and door number 3. All right. So if you can, OMW, without giving away what's behind the doors, just tell me which door has the least engagement. And Nikki, I'm going to solo you real quick while I do a few things on my end. Here we go. Actually, do you want to sing something a cappella? Is it or have that
No.
spot? No.
Wait, I want to be the very best.
There you go. There you go. See?
No one
Come on.
ever was.
Let's go.
Catch
Let's go. I do have a
real test. Train
Oh my
miss my
goodness.
car. Wait, hold on. Will I get copy strikes for this? I probably would.
Not.
No.
I don't think singing without any background track is going to get us in
Really?
trouble.
Okay.
Especially since we just broke it up into pieces.
That is true. That is true. Dub, do you have
Right. I do have the actual
one with the least engagement?
choice that we're going to be doing today.
Okay,
We
so
will be doing the
door number what? Just tell me the door number.
door number 3.
Door number 3. Okay. All right. So let me pull
And
that.
we also have Mr. Protect Philippe up here. Protect, we're just
Oh,
going to
snap.
wrap up this show on the live, and then if you want to hang around and we can chop it up.
Sounds good.
Copy.
Let me say, what's good, Prop? How you doing, bruh?
I'm doing quite well. What's going on with you? Hello, everybody. Hello,
Hello.
Nikki. What's up?
What's up, bro?
What's up, dudes? What's up?
Yo.
What's good? We're talking Kodomomuke anime that's for kids, that kids have grown up with. Have you do you have any? Well, you didn't really watch anime. I'm sure you watched Pokemon, right? You watched Pokemon?
Nah, I couldn't stand Pokemon. I was like, what is this? What is this coming on? I was into the more hardcore stuff, like at that time I got a hold of, Mike Judge cartoons and stuff like that. So, it was a little, it just, again, like it was past my time. It was past my time, but I knew it was a good, even back then I knew Pokemon was a good cartoon for or not good cartoon, but a good IP. Let's just put it that way. I knew it was a good product. It just wasn't for me, and I kind of wanted it to be, but I was like, I just can't get into it. So I got to go outside, But
you were older when Pokemon came out, though, right? So it was kind of like
I was like in my late teens, early 20s. By the time it started to really get popping,
You want to sit on the floor and watch cartoons?
Yeah, you see what I mean? So, yeah.
But yeah, no, I get that 100%. And the thing, I'm not sure if you were in beforehand, but we were, talking about one of the things that were kind of like very interesting, like with Pokemon, is that it kind of developed in a point where people that grew up with it as kids, right? It kind of evolved with them, like the game, especially the competitive nature of it, because they introduced a whole bunch of stuff that you have to like have an intellect in order to compete competitively. The base game is easy. The base game is simple, is mad simple. But on a competitive nature, like it is like deeper than chess. But I think
Wait, hold up about it being very easy, because like in the first game, bro, they make you go back and forth and all over the place.
The earlier ones, but I'm talking about now. Now
I'm talking about the first one, bro.
First one's for kids, but
Especially-
probably the hardest one that ever exists.
Yeah.
Especially if you want the unknown and like the
Blue.
glitch Pokemon.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Trying to go under the car or whatever. Oh, that was from you. Sorry.
Yo, do y'all remember? Oh wait, hold on. Oh, you're talking about? Are you talking about Miss Singno? The glitch.
Yeah, he was talking. I think he was talking about Missing No. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, on the thing where you could get like unlimited master balls and stuff like that. Yo, I missed that.
Missing No is in the game, legit. You just had to do like a correct input.
Yeah, it's not even like a hack. Like it's actually
they put it in the game in the code. Like,
which is crazy. But all right, so we do have the giveaway winner to go through.
Won?
Or I should. Well, not yet. We have to roll. Okay, so I'm going. So the door that was chosen was door number 3, correct? OMW.
Yes.
Okay, so once again, letting everyone know, we started the space out with hidden doors, right? You guys as the audience chose what door we're going to go into. Door number 1, door number 2, or door number 3. The door that was chosen based off of the one with the least engagement, because there was a tie. So we go with the one with the least engagement to give those that were paying attention the best odds, because we love those that pay attention, was door number 3. Now, you don't know yet what's behind door number 3. We're about to walk into door number 3. Now, it could be one of the 3 different possible ways that a giveaway is chosen. And I'm going to tell you what's behind door number 3 in just a sec, but feast your eyes to the screen because I will roll the winner in real time right now. Ooh. All right. So what is behind? Hold on. Let me pull up my thing. Here we go. What is behind door number 3? Wait, my sound went off. Okay, just give me 1 second. There's supposed to be a countdown. I know this is there we go. Okay, here we go. What is behind door number 3?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, and door number 3 was based off of likes and reposts of the space, and in real time right now, as you can see on the screen, we have our winner, who is none other than VV Magic.
Yay!
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, right here, you heard it here first. So our pre-show winner for tonight was Leomili, and our main show giveaway is VV Magic. Once again, we do not know what choice you guys are going to decide as far as what's behind the doors. You guys choose the doors, and then we choose the outcome. It could be either likes and reposts of the space, likes and reposts of the live stream, or comments in the live stream. So today was likes and reposts of the space based off of you guys' decision. All right, so closing thoughts before we wrap up. Yo, props, giving mad thumbs down. Any other thoughts before we close things up with the Kodomomuke discussion? And then I want to give a preview of what we'll be covering next week too afterward.
I think we got it. I think we're good.
Okay. All right. Cool. OMW, do you have any thoughts before we wrap things up?
I think it was a great space today. It was nice to chat about, what we grew up with over here on the West.
It was very nostalgic. It was nostalgic, which I like. And, I like talking about Pokemon, so it's cool. We are going to be covering different areas of anime as well as we go through. We want to kind of like touch on all the different categories. So today was, specifically a Kodomomuke discussion, but we will be going into shonen for those that may be Dragon Ball fans.
Yay!
Along with the plethora of other shonen anime that are popular: Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Solo Leveling. But also too, we'll be going on to shoujo and the magical girl genre. Shout out Madoka Magica. And seinen and josei, which that may be more of a manga conversation, right? Nikki?
Yeah, for Josei, for sure.
So I will defer to you for that when we go to that episode. But yes, we will be covering it all. But next week, we will be kind of like doing a full circle thing. So we've had episodes where we talked about anime being brought over to the US and kind of like the US Americanizing it to a way, right? Or westernizing it to a way, right? And, you know, we saw that heavily in the 90s, and, you know, we have discussed that on prior episodes. But it feels like things have gone full circle, because now we're having things that are made in America that are Easternized, right? Is that a thing? Can I coin that?
I'm gonna let you use that word.
Easternized, right? And for those that, you know, have been under a rock for the last a few days, we have another what seems to be phenomenon on our hands that goes by the name of K-pop Demon Hunters. If you haven't watched it, check that out. That is on Netflix. But once again, that is a American, you know, American property, but very, very much inspired by anime. And we've seen that a lot with different things. DC had their own animated cinematic universe that was very, very anime inspired. For those that may love also the Boondocks. I know that is a favorite of Max, also very much anime inspired. So we're going to have a discussion talking about, let's say, the East's impact on animation.
The West.
In the West.
Yeah.
Well, the East impact on the West, right?
Yep.
Yeah, yep. So that will be the conversation for next week. But I saw, Dubes, did you have your hand up?
Yeah, short-term memory.
What? Huh? You forgot? Yo, you just had your hand up 2 seconds ago.
I cut people off. Sorry.
Oh,
it's okay.
Lord. Oh, Lord. No worries. But yeah, so next week we will be covering that. So, and on top of that as well, I will be reviewing K-pop Demon Hunters on Toontown to Tokyo with my fellow co-host Vivi Magic, who won tonight. So that won't be this week, but that'll be next week too. So we'll have kind of like a back-to-back thing. So definitely tune in. You guys are good. Dubes, are you sure you forgot everything? Is that a thumbs up you forgot, or a thumbs up you remember now?
Yeah, I forgot.
Thumbs up. Okay. All right. If you do remember, leave it in the comments. But once again, I want to say appreciate everyone that did tune in. Thank you guys. This has been an amazing evening. Once again, this is a interactive podcast. So shout out to those that came on stage. Shout out to you, Duke. Shout out to you, Prop, who came to be a part of the program. We run this every Thursday, 7:30. Pre-show starts 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on X Spaces. Follow any of the handles you see at the top. My name is Emoji. I am here with... Do you guys want to say your own names?
Nikki G.
Hey.
And on my way.
And we are bringing you Anime After Hours. Now, in traditional fashion, because Nikki is an amazing artist, we do have a performance that we do at the end of the show in X Spaces after the close of the live stream. So for those in X, stay tuned. We will close out with a song from our very own Nikki. But for those that are on the live stream, we will see you next week. Take care, be easy, and peace.